Hi, today is day 60 of my juice feast. I have eaten no solid foods in 60 days, just fresh fruits and vegetables juiced. Not even smoothies, just pure liquid. Um, and I've done this for a few reasons. Um, First, I was interested in losing weight, and I've been interested in losing weight since I was 11. And have had very little success in that department. I mean, I've kind of gone up and down, but I've never been in a healthy weight. I've always been an extra large. So I wanted to get healthy, and health. Last year has been last year 2009 was a pretty impactful year for me in terms of my realization of mortality. My uncle passed away, who was more of a father to me than my real father. And and then a few months later, one of my best friends passed away. And health became um, kind of paramount in my life. And it made me think about my own mortality and my own health, and that I was a few years away from being 40, and that's when traditionally people start to have health problems. So I just wanted to get rid of the weight, and and there were a number of other reasons which were I felt like my life was kind of out of control, like nothing I could do to kind of manage my finances or my career or my love life just seemed like all out of my control. And it came to me that, I do control some things, and wouldn't it be great to not be out of control in those things? And those things are, I have complete motor skill control over my hands and what goes into my mouth. I control what goes into my mouth, and I, chew and swallow, and it's totally my business. I have complete control over that. Yet I felt like I didn't have control over it. I was sort of a slave to emotional eating, and even though I felt I was eating healthy, I was actually in denial, and I was eating large amounts of quote-unquote healthy things that aren't so healthy. And then we can be in denial very easy. You can go to Whole Foods and go, oh, dark chocolate, it's good, it's antioxidant, and eat a huge candy bar basically and feel like, oh, it's good for me, when actually it's not at all. Everything in moderation, and I just thought I had moderation, but I didn't. So I was sort of tooling around on the internet, researching weight loss, and I was going through YouTube, and I found Angela Stokes, who is a raw vegan, and she lost something like 200 pounds. Her story was very impactful for me, and she's a video on here where she does a 92-day juice feast, and my jaw just dropped watching her video, because she was this kind of luminescent being, completely clear-headed, just filled with bliss, and not in a kind of a goofy euphoria high kind of way, but very grounded, I felt. And she had just juiced for 92 days, and I just could not believe that that was true. And then I looked at all this research on juice feasting, and how can you possibly survive without eating for 92 days? It just didn't make any sense to me. So that led to a journey of nutritional studies, and uh, asked a doctor, a general practitioner, about this, and about nutrition specifically. And I said, do you, how much have you studied nutrition? And out of his 8 years of study, 2 weeks were dedicated to nutrition, and he said that was pretty much average um, for most physicians. And I don't know if that's the truth, but that's what he told me. 2 weeks. So basically, he was saying, to be a doctor, you learn how to fix people once they're broken, and fix them or medicate them. It's not preventative, and that's not how Western medicine works. But it seems very clear to me that diet is everything in terms of keeping your health. So I looked into it myself and spent a few months researching this, and found that the big protein question was answered very easily, uh, which is that you can get protein from every leafy green vegetable, and that you can survive completely fine with that. In fact, everything you need is found in fruits and vegetables, especially if you don't cook them, because once you cook them, you all of the nutrients, or most of the nutrients, is completely sucked out of the living food. If you get a living fruit or vegetable, it has enzymes and nutrients and vitamins that are absolutely essential for life. And by juicing them, you can essentially eat a huge amount of vegetables and fruit, thereby ingesting an enormous amount of all the nutrients that you need plus more, just an abundance of it. And you can live off that very, very happily. In fact, I lived for 60 days totally energy filled. I had more energy. I went to the gym 6 days a week. My thought was clear, and many epiphanies. It was an incredible experience. There was so many levels of awesomeness that I experienced through this. I'm going to end the fast today with prunes, just like Angela Stokes in her video. Here they are. It seems like a lot. 8 ounces of prunes. That's a lot. Well, I'm just going to eat as much as I can. But, so I will have my first food on camera here for you guys. Anyway, nutrition, learned a lot about it, learned a lot about my body. I lost 40 pounds, and in about 2 months, or something like that. 60 days, yeah, 2 months. Started the day after Christmas, and thought I was going to do 14 days. I was going to be really hardcore with 14 days. And then it went to 20, and then it went to 30, and kept going. And the videos on YouTube have been incredibly inspiring for me, and making videos has been an incredible experience as well, just as a document of my experience, but also that I am broadcasting myself, just like it says, and there's an audience. And when I first started doing them, I didn't really think about it too much, and no one was responding, so I felt like it was just sort of throwing a bottle with a little note in it out into the ocean. And I want to thank everybody who's responded and supported me through this process. It's been really eye-opening to think that on the other end of that little camera lens, there's people from all over the world who are interested in juice fasting, juice feasting, or nutrition, or curious, but incredibly positive, and just this sharing of knowledge in this way. It's so science fiction, I gotta say. Well, I'm gonna make another version of this, so tune in, because my time is about to run out.